All right. Well, welcome back. This is some Dungeon Guy. Me and my buddy B. Well, I'm going to be playing some Baldur's Gate. He's hanging out, chatting. Say hi, B.
Hi, B.
Hi. Good deal. Well, apparently that's up and running. Uh, what I perceive to be my second ever. No, wait, fourth stream. And today we're going to go ahead and start a new game. We're creating a wizard named Tigbert. Now, Tigbert might have a storied history in our actual Dungeons and Dragons game.
Well, yeah, he does.
Oh, B, tell me why you're saying it like that.
I can't do that because some of the other players might be joining in at some point, and I can't do that to them. And I can't do that to you either. So
listen, do you genuinely believe that another human being that we know is gonna jump on here? I mean, really?
You say that, and every time I think somebody's not going to, that's when they do. So, yeah.
Oh, well, that's fair. What sort of crap? So it's weird because I'm trying to translate this into like Baldur's Gate territory in adult. I don't know what spells he would use, but I feel like I'm going to keep Mage Hand because, by God, I'm going to try to use that this time. That's my current theory.
I do enjoy how they let you do certain things in this game from what I have seen.
Yeah, legit. Like, we should at some point revisit the sausage incident.
Oh yes, you silly sausage, you.
That's right. The sausage.
Did I lie to you?
You know what? I believe the last time I sausaged something. That's really loud. I believe that the last time I sausaged something, I actually dazed it. Remember? Like, it was pretty good.
I think that's what she said.
That is what she said. Giggity. All right. First off, I feel like you can see really high up this chick's dress, and I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously, right? I don't remember.
Right.
I don't remember being like that last time. Now, you watched like if you've watched this before with me, which I think you did, you saw like the first few cutscenes. So I'm probably gonna shoot through those. Also,
yeah,
I'm positive that no wizard I've ever had wore a dress. But you know, who am I?
Well, you know, some people call them kilts.
Kilts are not like a onesie.
No, I just had to say it.
I remember how to play. It's been like a week, something like that.
Awesome. I have my own kilt, so you know.
It turns out I have a kilt also. Haha.
I thought you had more than one.
No. No, I think I just have the one. I picked it up as a Renaissance festival a long time ago, and yeah, I got it, and then I got some like leather armor and all that kind of stuff. Did the whole thing, you know.
Did the whole thing.
You know,
yeah, so I wore my kilt to one of my wife's cousin's weddings.
Did you really?
And yeah, I am not a dancer. And of course they tried to get me to dance because I went and stood beside my wife with it while she danced, and you know I move my feet and stuff, and you know do the nerd thing and not doing much else. And then they dragged me into the center of the dance floor, and it just went from there.
Listen, I'm having a legitimately good time trying to watch you dance in a kilt in my head.
But you notice an opportunity.
Is that weird? That might be weird.
You could cripple the strange
Well, right
creature,
before the wedding,
should prove a threat.
the bride's father or grandfather, I have no idea. I don't know much about them. Wanted to know whether or not I was wearing under the kilt.
Oh.
And my response was, you think I'm going to a wedding with these people and I'm not wearing something under my kilt? You darn right I'm wearing something under my kilt.
That's
But it
funny.
turns out that I wasn't a man that day because I wore something under my kilt. So.
Oh, you cheater.
I know.
The creature pulled.
I think the world is a slightly better place for that, if I'm being real honest.
Oh, I think that's the appropriate answer.
Listen, I've only worn my kilt like, I don't know, 5 times. And I assure you, I wore something under it every single time. Like, nope. You just never know. I don't need a wardrobe malfunction.
No. We definitely do not. Doesn't matter how good or bad we look, we don't need it.
That's right. Oh, hell, did I get the... Oh, I still have tips. I feel like this first thing I attack is going to absolutely demolish me. Wrong.
That is your little pet right now, right?
No. So this time through, I pulled it out of the dude's head and tried to kill it.
Okay.
You see where that's landed me. Now I'm fighting it.
I am half watching, half talking, and half painting. And no, that does not add up, but that is what I said.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. Your half and half and half probably works out. Now, what are you painting tonight?
I am trying to finish these infernal bugbears. No, they're good. It's just I'm just taking too long on them.
Ah. How many bugbears are you painting when you say plural?
Doesn't do anything.
I'm working on 3 at the moment.
Wait,
These
what are you
are
doing with those bugbears? I feel like they're going to come back and haunt me at some point.
well, I would hope so, but you know, depends
Thanks.
on when we're playing next.
That's a really good question. I hope it works out to be sooner rather than later. Do you have do we know what we're doing this weekend?
The wife is going to be spending like 4 hours at church. I won't be because I'm not Catholic. And
It's funny. Wait, so
and other than that, I don't know.
is she spending those 4 hours while you do something different?
Yes, I believe she will be spending those hours standing, kneeling, standing, kneeling, standing, sitting, standing, kneeling, standing, sitting.
Oh, right. Like Easter Mass, right?
Yeah. And I have no idea what I'll be doing. Perhaps I'll be making food. I don't know.
Making
Like I love my wife. I don't hate her religion. I'll joke about it because everybody jokes about my religion. I'm Pentecostal. So, you know, I try to give as good as I take.
By the way, I don't think it ever occurred to me that you weren't Catholic. Because, you know, she is. So that's a thing.
You are no thrall.
It's very interesting sometimes, but it's never been bad.
Together, we might survive.
Does that make that never makes anything like weird, or I guess it's just a pain for big holidays?
We
and
must
stuff.
reach the helm before we transform.
Well, given my nature and her nature, we are weird as one, and we can be weird apart, so it doesn't really matter in terms of
Aw,
religion. So.
I don't think weird is how I would describe you. Actually, what am I saying? Of course I would.
Well, I mean, you're saying it, so it doesn't really matter coming from a weirdo. But
I mean,
I'm a weirdo saying I'm weird, so it doesn't matter that way either. So.
Jesus.
Speaking of weirdos, what do you think of this Githyanki you got in your party now?
Well, okay. So for the first like 3 playthroughs, I swear to God, I thought it was a half orc, but whatever. You know, Like I don't think I've ever heard of Githyanki's prior to this situation, ironically.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, also, I forgot. Last time I played, I did not take her as a party member. But yeah, so she's kind of a bitch. She's very aggressive. I'm Tigbert the Great. You know what? It occurred to me that I did not change my character name because I'm a special kid today.
You're on a small window. Are you really called Tigbert the Great?
No, I forgot to change my character name. Like I'm a special kid at camp. Because, like, oh, this is I so did not change my character name. So I'm sure I'm Tav or Taz or whatever the hell nonsense.
Oh.
What if I could change that?
Well, I was gonna ask if you could do that because I've watched you play and I've watched some people play this when it first went to, and I don't remember if they've been able to change it or not.
You know, it never occurred to me. I feel like there almost has to be. Wait.
I cannot believe that you forgot to name your Tigbert.
Oh my god! It was like the whole purpose of the whatever. We know who he is. If I can or if I can't figure it out.
He is good news or bad news, depending on who you are.
Yeah, well, you know, I like to think that Tigbert's always good news. I mean, did everybody else think that?
Yeah, no, you and your role playing is just superb.
Aw.
Especially Tigbert.
That's very thoughtful of you. Yeah, if we could keep a game going long enough before we all decide to switch characters. And I'm assuming we're gonna go back to Tigbert at some point, right?
Yeah, we are. It's just my creative juices kind of ran out, and I backed myself into a corner the last time we played, and I'm still trying to figure out how the crap I'm gonna deal with you guys getting out of it.
Dude, I completely feel your pain. Like, so, hey, wait a minute. When you say you backed yourself into a corner, where are you back?
Not readying part of the story that needed to be already done for you guys to proceed.
Oh, well, just ran out of leash, right? Like, so that's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
I think I think people do not appreciate sometimes how absolutely effortful it is to do that stuff. Like, I get it. Some people are like supernaturals at running stuff, but it takes work. For me.
Yeah, it does. It sometimes it just comes naturally, and there's
Yes.
a good flow, and other times it's like, no, this ain't working out.
Yeah, like you've met me. I can BS my way through a lot of things, but like sometimes it starts to show. So you gotta like not do that. I was so. Oh yeah, you were there. Hey, I forgot that you joined in on this campaign. I cannot express to you how excited I am.
I wondered if you were going to get mad because of the race that I chose.
No.
I said no. He bought it, so he'll be fine with it.
Got me.
No. Two things. One, I didn't buy it. Number two,
I'll be all right.
yeah. Did we not have this conversation about how I have all the D&D books?
Yeah, you have all the D&D books.
Hashtag not having this conversation out loud in public. Anyway, yeah, so it's on my account, and when you first came in, I like looked at your character thing. I'm like, what kind of helmet is that? What kind of picture did he get? Oh, wait a minute. I think it's great. It's freaking hilarious.
It was between that or an Owlin, and since our good friend Eric is in the game, I thought, well, I would have been an Owlin rogue and thought, I could be a badass doing that, and thought, no, Eric's Eric, so whatever path he's taking, he is going to be roguish. And
Yeah.
He did not let me down.
In case anybody else listens, our friend Eric says he plays other characters, and he does. Bless his heart. But he definitely is always wants to be a rogue. He's like a rogue at heart.
He really is.
Yeah, yeah. Which it's hard. Like once you get used to playing a certain thing, everything else just sort of seems like that. Battle axe. It's so funny. So we were playing the last time that campaign you're in with me, and listen, I got real picky with them. So it turns out that I'm really lax when it comes to like encumbrance and just stuff in general, right? Because I'm all about game flow and making sure my D&D sessions go smoothly. But he apparently everybody in the party somehow, and I don't know fathom how, forgot that they do not have some, like nobody bothered to buy a backpack or thieves tools, so they were all trying to like pick these chests, and instead of like getting infinite chances, which of course is always an option, I made them roll for it, and then every time it got progressively harder until the lock broke. Which yeah, it was a small change that yielded very good results. I'll tell you what.
So that answers some questions that I had last night.
What were your questions last night?
This was the first time I encountered
Touch nothing
encumbrance.
without knowing its purpose.
Or talk of encumbrance.
Yeah. So, you know, because realistically, I try to envision everybody in my head, right? And like, you know, there comes a point where you're like, wait a minute, how are you carrying like 500 pounds worth of crap? Well, easy. We just don't keep track. And I never actually, I never went back to look and see if like anybody ever carried that much stuff. In fact, I think I should do that. I should go look through their character sheets at some point. And yeah. But I have a suspicion, just a suspicion, they have like 5,000 pounds worth of crap. If I was.
Are you going to include gold in this, or are you going to exclude gold?
I don't. You know, I don't remember what I did on D&D Beyond. I think I left gold as non-weighable, which, in retrospect, really should have put it as, you know, tangible item because, you know, it's gold. This time I've been really stingy with it. So before I noticed that I really go back and forth. I was really stingy with magic items this time, but normally I hand them out like freaking candy. And yeah, but this time I'm very much like, nope.
How long have you been running that campaign?
So I started. Okay, I guess it's a mildly complicated answer. So I started that campaign in 2020 with Eric and Jess. And a friend of Eric's named well, maybe I shouldn't say his name. He's like super paranoid. Anyway, with a friend of Eric's, who I guess he did some work with and stuff. He never played. Jess had never played, and Eric hadn't played in a long time. So here we are. We actually played at our house, which is weird since I literally never play at my house now. And let's see, so that was 2020. So I'm at 2.5 years, working on 3. Now, that being said, it's the same world and the same campaign. I think, yeah. So Eric's character, Shadow, is the same. It's the same character he started with in 2020. So yeah, 2.5 years, and he is the only tying bind to the original part of that campaign. And occasionally Jess, but it works. Seriously?
2020 is when we started playing too, right? Or was that 2011?
First off, definitely not 2011. Not with
I mean,
me anyway.
Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I think we started. Yeah, I think we started 2021 because we started mid-year, give or take, on 2020. And
Construction is too
we did that for a
alien.
few months, and then his
Nothing
friend,
is familiar.
This
again,
ship
long
is
story, he
Do you intend
little
to die for a stranger?
AWOL on us, and apparently he went to a tinfoil hat distribution center and picked up a few. So he's been wearing tinfoil hats ever since. But we played for a while, and then we stopped for a little bit, and then, ironically, because I'm wearing the Mini Cooper shirt at the moment, me and Jess went to a Mini Cooper
The
rally.
console appears dormant.
Mini Stake Mountain Lake, part of the Mini Coopers of Southwest Virginia. Anyway, we went to this event, and we'd known Richard kind of on and off, and
The mechanisms are completely
but not really well, like,
unrecognizable
just
at
sort of
first. Nothing.
passing by because we
The
both drove
console
minis. And
remains dormant.
Jess was saying something about how I just started playing D&D, and he's like, "Oh, D&D, I'd love to play D&D," or something like that. And I'm like, "What?" And I jumped on that like a dog on a rabbit.
Get me out of this thing!
Yeah.
Wait!
Oh my God. So how am I?
It cannot
My
be
rolls are
helped.
not helping me out. It's like I know how to open this thing, but I failed my intelligence check. Dude, I'm assuming I have, but did I ever tell you how I got started playing D&D again anyway?
No.
The mechanisms are completely
so,
unrecognizable at first.
Jess and I were at we were hanging out with a mutual friend, which is actually how we met Eric.
The console
He's like a
remains
friend of a
dormant.
friend at the time, and we were hanging out one night. And we were over at their house, and when we were leaving, Eric and I were standing outside talking. And something like, "Oh man, I haven't played D&D in years. I'd love to play if I could find somebody to run a game." And while this may or may not be evident right now,
Please.
I was like terrified, right? Like I'd never ran a game before in my entire life, and I'm like, but I really want to play. So immediately I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Let's do this thing. And yeah, that's long story short. So I like faked it. I went a little crazy. Like I went. I don't know if I've ever showed them to you. I have started with all paper maps. So I have like all these graph paper maps. I probably have like 50. I mapped out every building in towns and all this crap. And but yeah, so he invited his friend over, and we just started playing.
Lord, I feel
That sounds
better.
vaguely familiar to how we started.
Curious.
Yeah. So I knew you were like a long time admirer.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I remember exactly how you guys started playing.
So long time admirer, as in I started getting the 3rd edition books evidently around the time they first came out, which I did not know. And I like all the mythology and lore and stuff that they throw into the books, or at least in the 3rd edition books.
Yeah, it definitely used to be.
So I was getting the books left, right, and center when they were coming out. Well, not all of them, but you've seen how I buy D&D books.
Yeah, it's a pretty good collection.
I had a ton of them, so I'd read about the monsters and stuff, and really got into it. Was never able to play, but in the hopes of playing, I started collecting the pre-painted miniature stuff. Who did that? I forget who did that back in the day.
We're nearing the helm.
Love affair with painting miniatures, like at the end of the 90s.
Really?
I had painted. Have you seen the Star Wars Jabba's Palace model kit?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the first thing I had ever painted.
Not now.
Really?
We must go to the helm.
That was before I knew anything about washes, before YouTube, before anything that I could actually watch and learn something from, with regards to how to paint.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would look like now. Of course, I think it burnt down along with the rest of our house, so
How many hosts have these
I think it would have been
infected?
interesting to look at now.
A dazed
wait,
woman is trapped.
Okay, we're gonna
inside
come back
her.
to that because
She doesn't notice you.
I apparently missed a chapter. Okay, so wait, so you don't have Jabba's Palace anymore? Gotcha.
I
So,
do not have Jabba's Palace anymore.
oh, that's sad.
It is. That was my jam. That was my favorite thing from Star Wars. I don't know what it was about all the aliens in Jabba's Palace, or because there was such a variety. That, along with the Star Wars Cantina. I loved those parts of those movies. But anyway,
Those are good scenes.
well, they're not teddy bears.
They're not teddy bears, that's for sure.
Get out of here.
Just kidding. I don't have any hate towards the Ewoks. I mean,
I fit that chest.
I was born in '84, so.
Oh yeah. Even back then, like looking at the Ewoks, I was disappointed with the Ewoks, but I still like them. It's like hard not to.
Lisa
'Cause
loves her some Ewoks.
I bet she does because they're like life size.
Yes, for her, yeah. I mean, Molly also looked like an Ewok
Console
when we first
appears
got her, too.
dormant.
Molly being our
The mechanisms
loudmouth
are completely
Pekingese.
unrecognizable.
Anyway,
Are you insinuating that your dog Molly is loud and barks a lot?
oh my gosh,
Not dying.
yes.
I cannot.
And she always learns the worst habits from other dogs. Anyway, so after that, I got into, I think I went to Beholder's Eye and found some of the chainmail minis. They were metal.
Unlock those controls next to the pod.
First time I'd ever seen any of them.
Wait,
I was not a nerd as a kid,
Did you say chainmail minis?
Yeah, I think chainmail was a brand from, or working with Wizards of the Coast or
The console
whoever at the
appears
time.
dormant.
Huh.
And I got some of the starter
The
kit.
console
Yeah.
comes
There was
to
a
life.
dwarf faction, an elf
Enters its
faction,
purpose. Will it free the
some
captain
kind of
or transform
horde
her
faction
like
that had
other unfortunate?
orcs and an owlbear and some other stuff.
Yeah.
A drow faction, or drow. But I'm not going to get on it to what that's supposed to sound like. I just don't care.
I think it's drow.
The pulsing
And
glow and organic list of
one of the
races
things
different from
in
the one that called
starter sets was a guard drake or something. It was green and small.
Yeah.
And
parasite.
my girlfriend at the
Discomfort
time,
fades.
she is currently my wife,
Sensation washes
who I don't
over
intend
you.
on getting rid of, and I don't think she intends on getting rid of me that I know of.
Just in the in the off chance that Lisa hears this, he's only saying this for the recording.
Okay, so anyway, so her favorite color is green.
Yeah.
So I ended up painting that and giving it to her. I think she still has it
The biomechanical
somewhere,
brain
but
of the
Lord
console
knows where in our
processor
bedroom
will
it would
shiver
be.
Yeah. I've glanced through the doorway a couple of times. It looks kind of like my bedroom, except way bigger. So I feel you.
Oh,
At last.
well, thank you.
Well, and nicer. My bedroom's like absolutely. It's like a linen closet, pretty much.
You will notice that one side of the room is far messier than the other side.
Oh, which
and
one's?
I would like to point out that the side that is the messiest is not my side, and also on my side there is a dresser that does not belong to me, that belongs to somebody else, that is loaded with crap that most of is not mine. So I am flanked by crap that is not mine, and I cannot get rid of it. All I'm saying.
Oh my God! You haven't been to my house, have you?
I have not yet.
Oh, dude. So, okay, the long-running theory is that so I have a basement. I have all of my, like, role-play, board games, Warhammer stuff down there. And the goal is I'm going to set that up as sort of an ambient room with some lights and decorations and stuff and have it to be a D&D room. But I also am flanked in every direction by my wife's collectible nature, I'll say. So, again, I relate in so many ways. Okay, so two things. Number one, I feel behooved to follow back on the topic here. One, you said you were not a nerd as a child. Is that what you said?
Yeah, no, I was not.
Wait, are you being serious?
I'm serious.
Wait.
I was not a nerd, but I was not a jock either. I was just a flat-out weirdo as a kid.
You were just a dude.
I was just a dude, doing my own thing, my own
We
way.
need to get out of here.
Oh, there's so much to unpack. There's so. Okay. So let me recap my understanding. So the guy who just told me that he collected Dungeons and Dragons miniatures and books was not a nerd.
No, that started in my late teens.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Who even knew that was a thing? That's okay. That's crazy. Also hard to believe, but we're gonna go with it.
I also did not like chocolate as a kid. I could do Twix and I could do Snickers. I hated the rest of it.
Wow, dude.
I see. I said I'm a weirdo.
Well, okay. So it might sound like I'm casting 5 levels of judgment at you currently, but okay. I also was not a nerd as a child, so I get it. Okay. So to compare, so when I was okay, maybe I was in retrospect. I was definitely not the popular kid. I know that may surprise you given my super cool guy status now, but yeah, I wasn't either. I actually went through I went through weird phases like all kids do. I was a redneck for a little while, so that's a thing. But that was short-lived. And then I met my buddy Sean, who
We're dead.
introduced. We became friends, and suddenly like magic and D&D and such things were suddenly like in my vocabulary where they never really had been before. So I get it. You know, things change.
Well, where we are from, it's not exactly conducive of making nerds. You know, I mean, we might live just outside of a college town.
Right.
Still, there was not a ton of nerds to be had.
No, they're like it's not like it is now. Like currently, the town. Okay, I'm going to say the town we live in because we technically don't live in the same town, but it might as well be. Is a college town, and therefore there's like thousands of people of all sorts. And while it used to be like that, it seems more nerdy now. Of course, being nerdy seems more acceptable now, so I think that's sort of what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not using nerd as a pejorative. We are explaining the circumstances as to which we were growing up.
Sure. I know. Yeah, that makes sense. Certainly not implying that nerds are bad in any sort of way, because, God, where would we even start with that?
I mean, they can be, just like anybody else, but, you know, just in case anybody starts viewing at some point. Just saying.
On a side note, Brandon, I believe that there's somebody else here with us. We're not alone. Although they might have hopped on and popped back off. I actually don't know.
I don't know either. Lord knows how my computer is even keeping up with this. I thought it would crash by now.
Your computer is making me sad because cannot explain to you how much cooler it would be if we were in here battling the forces of evil.
I know.
But I digress.
It was funny. Did you see me drop out of the group last night?
Yes.
Like right after we finished playing?
I mean, I saw you hop out of Discord after we were.
Oh, no. Everything went to
Hurry before they
not
strike.
responsive. And I thought, okay, this is going to be fun. So I don't know if they can hear me. I don't know if they can see me.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on, but this might be fun.
That's funny. Oh, look. Oh my God. Okay, if you take a second to look back at Baldur's Gate, you will find that yours truly, in his infinite wisdom, forgot the one rule I had about Baldur's Gate, and that rule is do not run ahead because you die. I feel like I'm gonna die. Oh, so okay, going back. You know what I did not know, which again makes me feel like a terrible human being. That I didn't realize your house burnt down.
Well, I mean, it's not as though I go around talking about it all the time. It's just it leads from one thing to another because it was during that time.
So again, we talk about parallels. Did you know that my house burnt down also?
No, I did not know that.
Dude.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm 100% serious. It was where the hell was I? I was like junior year of high school, maybe. And yeah, absolutely, my house burned down. We came home and like black smoke rolling out of the roof and all that kind of good stuff. So there was and I'm gonna say this loosely. There was a small period of time where I was kind of homeless because we had like hotels and stuff till we figured out where we were gonna live.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, why is this dude chasing me all of a sudden? Oh, sugar biscuits.
You
Oh,
gotta watch out for cambions, man.
do you realize I'm gonna die again? I think every time I stream, I get distracted, and now I'm gonna die. Oh my God.
Are you trying to get that sexy weapon that they dropped?
No, definitely not, because I can't even fathom. What am I gonna do? I don't think. Like, I can't even fend him off because he's gonna get like one opportunity attack on me and absolutely demolish me. Holy crap!
I was very impressed when I first started watching people play this, and you play it for the first time. Now, granted, you died a ton, but the first time you went through this, you got the magic weapon here at the end of, what we're seeing, and not everybody gets that.
Really? Okay, so
Really.
as a testament to my absolute lack of any sort of memory component to my life, I don't know what magic weapon you're talking about.
I think it's some kind of flaming sword, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. Yes, I do remember that because my barbarian kept it for hell. My barbarian still has it, in fact.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna say that.
I mean, I'm not getting rid of that thing.
What do you think of this nautiloid ship?
So I'm a little bit torn because the idea is kind of cool. Airships of any sort in D&D sort of confuse the hell out of me because anyway, because they're like weird in the medieval world. So a mind flayer ship, I guess, is something, because I'm not like a big D&D lore follower, as it were. So I don't know, it's weird. Although it looks good, it does remind me a lot of Diablo. And I mean like a lot of Diablo.
You just committed a cardinal sin, and that's talking about Diablo and while you're playing Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I prefer Diablo, which is only partially true. They're kind of the same, except this one's much more D&D like, and turn-based. I cannot reiterate enough. Which, yeah, it's like Diablo for people who don't want the stress of Diablo. You know what I mean?
So, I've never played Diablo.
I can't believe I'm
Oh.
The only thing I'm familiar with Diablo is there is a picture of somebody's girlfriend holding a cake that says Happy Diablo 3 Ryan or some such.
That's
It's
funny.
nice. It's a nice picture. That's all I'm going to say about it. Other than that, one of my brother-in-laws, I guess, was trying out Baldur's Gate. No,
You're alive.
here we go. Was
I'm
trying out
alive.
Diablo
How is this
3,
possible?
or maybe it was the, what is that, the beta for 4?
Truly?
I don't know.
Seems
Yeah,
like we're
beta
the lucky
This
ones,
man wanted
judging by all the
and
corpses strewn about.
did not really care for it, but I think he's more of a
Remember the ship?
shooter type person.
I
Oh, first
remember
persons.
falling.
But I am interested in
The
if
nothing.
he would buy this and attempt on
You
playing
might want to
multiplayer with
reconsider calling her a
someone
friend.
like me,
Looks
who
like
Yeah.
she
does
ran
not
off
do
without us.
multiplayer at all because
You're more
obviously I do
concerned
not
for-
have the
First things
capability.
first. We might
Okay,
have
first
escaped,
off,
but
that's
we
not
still
true.
have these little monsters in our heads. Wait.
It's funny she won't let me leave.
Charging off by
Yeah, that's not
yourself
true.
sounds like
You
a
absolutely
fine
can
way
play
to get
multiplayer
killed.
games.
We need each
You
other.
might not be an expert
and
in
we both
first-person
know what's at
shooters.
stake.
Who is?
Can't think of better company.
If anybody's listening, I know some people are. We are not those people.
Zach is.
One thing.
Yeah, Zach is.
Just
Yeah,
before
because
we go.
he's young, and that's like what young people
I
do.
wanted to
Is
thank you again.
absolutely own anything that
Lead the way.
revolves around reflexes and time spent doing tasks that are probably not the thing they should be doing.
Fair
Okay,
enough. Fair enough.
so yeah, so okay, where are we at here? Sorry, I lost track of where. Okay, so speaking of which, if we talk about Diablo, is that where we were? We were talking about Diablo. Is that a bagel? That was a donut.
A bagel or a donut?
It's definitely a bagel, but I felt like it was a donut. Wished it was a donut.
Not a sausage?
I kind of, well, I would also take a sausage. I just had a burrito. I don't know if I need a
Bit of a
sausage.
fight by the looks of
Although I
it.
would take a donut.
Not that it mattered in the end.
I can't keep junk food at the house because I'll, eat the junk food.
Wouldn't wish
Sort of
that
thing.
Oh, I
fatal to
know.
anyone.
I know.
But so Diablo 3, really all of them, they're basically identical with different, like slightly different storylines, abilities and stuff like that, and they've evolved a little bit. But Diablo 3, what, 12 years later, is still very much a relevant game. Apparently, people still play the fire out of it. I do, for sure. And but so imagine a game that looks just like this. You also have a hotbar at the bottom, but there's no turn-based strategy, so it's all like coming at you kind of thing.
Everything is thrown at you, right?
Yeah. So like when these guys come, you're trying to like move and shoot and do all those things all at the same time, which it is not nearly as difficult as like a first-person shooter would be to somebody who's not dexterous, as it were. But it's definitely more fast-paced than this. This is definitely the dungeon crawler aspect of it and the loot aspect of it, but not the like run and gun sort of pace of it all. Which, they're kind of different monsters, and it's kind of why I like them both. So speaking of, we're sort of mentioned first-person shooters. Two things. One, I haven't played Fortnite in like, I don't know, 6 years. And even when I did, I didn't play it very much. Like the last couple of days, I've gotten on Fortnite. And B, I am like a freaking Fortnite prodigy all of a sudden.
Let's have a look.
I was finishing like first, second in every map I played over the past 3 days. When did that become a thing?
Are you
So-
sure you aren't playing with a bunch of losers?
Well, listen. So, my buddy Evan, that's pretty much what he said. He's like, how do we? Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm a prodigy all of a sudden. He's like, how do you know you're a prodigy and it's not just the Fortnite algorithm making you think you're good? I'm like, what? Don't take this away.
Freaking algorithms.
Yeah. which it probably was, but and so today I found myself playing. They have trainer apps, like so you can go download games, and the game's only purpose is to like train you to shoot moving objects. That's not sad. Yeah, so I did that for a little while.
Better stay back.
Apparently, I'm terrible at
One
this.
strike could be lethal.
Well, convenient, except that I'm terrible at them. That's a thing. What rule did I just say? I just said, do not walk into danger. Yet, here I am. God. It's so we both weren't nerds and converted nerd in our teenage years, and both of our houses burned down. So that's
It is a little creepy. To add to the creepiness, something about Shadowheart I like. I'm just not certain what yet.
yeah, there's certainly a visual appeal. Like she has that like 90s sitcom female protagonist sort of look to her. And then the like I feel like somewhere down the line I have this dreadful feeling that she's gonna turn out to be like a monster and like turn into a bitch or something.
I suppose that's true, but so many of them can turn bad, it seems.
Yeah.
The backstories of everybody of everyone, seems completely up in the air.
Yeah, you just don't know. Like from one minute to the next. Are you freaking joking me? In case you didn't notice that. Okay. So yeah, so people switch on a dime. Also, I'd like to add that super genius over here. I don't use all of the cleric-y stuff, right? Because I should. Because it would make my wizard not die. But I'm really like, no. Let's figure out how we can kill this thing as soon as possible.
I gotta be honest, I really come to like guiding bolt.
Yeah, is that one that it does like 30 damage? Or up to 30 damage, obviously.
Well, not only can it do a ton of damage, but I think at least the very next attack on that creature that you casted it on, the person attacking gets a roll advantage for the next attack.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What am I to do?
Bark. Oh, I feel like that's the little one we discussed earlier.
Take you.
My God, it's so insufferable.
Just... Oh my God, I forgot I'm first level again, so like I have no spell slots.
Oh, why does Tigbert have on a green cloak and not a red?
Because I don't think I could choose what kind of cloak you wore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where you get all judgmental.
Well, you know.
I hear you. I heard you getting judgy. All right, so what spells am I taking? I've come to conclude that Tasha's hideous laughter, while not an actual Tigbert sort of thing, is fantastic.
So I concur.
I mean, at this level, like, especially.
Jennifer made good use of it when you guys were fighting an earth elemental.
Yeah. It's, dude, when you can make something just fall over on the floor and just become useless, that's a good day. So it's tricky. Here's a fun fact. So in D&D, so back in the day, my buddy Evan and I, we were, I think one of us was maybe a paladin and the other was a cleric. He's going to, if he happens to be listening, and I feel like it's possible, he might kill me for not remembering what classes we were. But anyway, so we had this duo One of us would cast grease, and the other would ignite it with a spell called lightning. I can't say the two words together because we're only allowed to say the combination of those two characters at the same time. So, anyway, so he would light the grease on fire. It would like burn people. It was fantastic. But then 5th edition comes around, and grease specifically is not flammable, right? Like you can't light grease on fire. Well, fun fact, you can in Baldur's Gate 3.
Could we really not do that?
No, yeah, it's like specifically not flammable. I believe I remember reading, and it sort of pissed me off if I'm being real honest.
Well, I knew they I knew they did some like house rules.
Yeah,
Just didn't know how much of house rules they did. But since you guys never use grease on anything, I guess I never really had to go find out whether or not you could do that.
well, if I'm being real honest, that's specifically why I do not use that spell. Yeah, just wrap your mind around that for a second. Used to be able to like cast grease all over stuff and just woof, away she went. There it is, Guiding Bolt. First level spell, 4 to 24 damage. Ugh. That's like kind of stout.
4 to 24.
Yeah, that's at level 1. What?
A cleric can't do that.
What is this? Did you know about inflict wounds? It
Yeah,
is,
inflict wounds I knew about.
it's, dude, what? Like that's legit. Okay, so I need to, okay, keep that. Guiding bolt, inflict, okay, but inflict wound just touch, right? Yeah, it's melee.
No, I don't think my cleric can use inflict wounds because I think the god I worship doesn't allow that. Or what is it? Excuse me. I think if your god is good,
All right.
you're not allowed to use inflict wounds. Or maybe I'm reverting to 3.5 since my head's been buried in that recently. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it might not be in your domain, as it were. Right? Isn't that how that works?
Yeah, but I think it might be, or not just the domain, but among the spells that you can take when you go flip through the all the spell lists.
Yeah.
I want to say you're not allowed to, but now I'm just confusing myself. So I might sound like a complete moron right now.
No. I get that stuff backwards. While I find myself to be a at least adequate DM and player, man, I am not a knowledgeable person at all. Basic rules, 100%. Got it. I can hit things with a sword. Anything complicated?
It's a lot easier when you, yeah. It's a lot easier when you can continue to look at the same rules over and over again, and it cements itself into your head.
Yes.
The rules that you don't reuse so often, not so much.
Right? Dex. Okay. So.
I do love the graphics in this game.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It's funny, Evan and I were talking earlier that it's just so buggy. But I really haven't. I mean, I've had bugs, but like, I've not had any bugs that like bothered me. Of course, that's where I waste my nat 20. It just works. There's a few little odds and ends where like, you're like, wait a minute,
Still alive.
how did that happen?
Progress.
But
On my
it looks
way.
really good.
I forget who it was I watched when this initially came out. But occasionally when you would have a seed die,
Yeah.
the body flew all over the screen.
Like bounced around and stuff.
It bounced around the screen, and when it would come to a rest, it would come to a rest not looking like a body, but as some sort of geometric shape.
Yeah.
And there was no way you could, pick anything off the body, or heal them, or do anything. And it was rather funny, but it was completely game breaking.
That's funny. Look at that. Yeah, see, I haven't had any bugs like that because that got on really late to the party.
Very late.
Oh yeah. This dude, I don't know how much you've watched through. I guess I probably shouldn't spoil it in case anybody hadn't seen it, but dude gets on every nerve I have.
You'll talk.
I can't.
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling
don't know how to
dark,
judge this fella.
busy streets.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier either. I've noticed. Like the longer I know him, just gets worse.
Monsters.
I'm never really
Whatever
sure.
they did to us caused that link.
And then the
They took
whole.
you too. I saw it during.
Does your party member support what you just did, or don't they?
I was ready
Yeah.
to decorate the ground with your
And it's like,
ornaments.
okay, this
My name's
isn't
Astar.
anything new. It's just
Is that so?
just seems
We came
frustrating in
from
this one.
different circles.
Yeah, very much so.
So,
I think.
do you
So
know anything about these
okay,
words?
so unlike Diablo, where while there is technically a storyline, it's very linear, like you're railroaded. I absolutely love the fact that everything you do changes the rest of the game, at least on a mild level.
Turn us into.
Does
Oh yeah. So, like with NPCs, depending on how you
Of
talk to them,
course it'll turn
they may
you
come
into
with you, they may
monsters.
not come with you.
Although,
There's points in the game where you have multiple options for NPCs,
if we can find an
and I've gone through
expert,
different ways
someone
and
that
gotten
can
different
control these
ones.
things, there
So-
might still be time. You know, and use
Yeah.
them right.
So again, depending on the circumstances involving where you found them, it very much changes the outcome of the game. Well, at least as far as I can tell. Like I don't know if the end game is different, but I suspect it is. Like they've been working on this game for 47 years or something, so it better change something.
it's starting to seem that way.
It does. It
Just a
does.
few more months.
Allegedly, because no game in history has ever delayed itself at the last second.
Okay, you didn't have to remind me of that.
Yeah.
Traps.
I'm also, again, I cannot reiterate enough. I am super stoked for the possibility of having cross-platform play on your Xbox.
That way I don't have to get a new computer. That would be nice.
Well, and the only problem is, did I send you that announcement where like cross-platform play will probably become available on the Xbox, but it won't be supported right away?
No.
Yeah, so that's kind of up in the air, but there's months to figure that out. They might figure it out before then. I'm trying to remember where the hell I'm going. And I don't know. Watch this playthrough. Where the hell am I going?
What has been the most irritating enemy that you've came across in this?
I wish to live in more interesting.
Okay, sadly, goblins. Because goblins don't attack like 4 or 5 of them.
Dead
There's like
goblins
20
in
of
there.
them. It's terrible. Gale.
You're alive. That's unexpected. Last I saw you, you were lying in a crucible's worth of blood.
You came across
An
the
intellect devourer
hobgoblin
living in your
and the
Glad
ogre
to
yet?
see my eyes
Nope.
deceive me.
Okay,
Okay.
I will leave that alone.
I've made a yeah, so
Very same.
my playthroughs have been kind of brief. Like
Experience.
you saw the did you watch the Knoll video, or did you watch me fight some Knolls? Do you remember that?
Let's see. I remember
yourself
being around
a
when you first
Nautiloids.
ran into some
Not to mention- you're
hyenas,
staring at me like
Yeah.
a shimmy on a
and then I
blackboard.
think I said,
You're no wizard, are you?
save it.
There's a gust of
That's
breeze
right.
about you, but it's a mere breeze.
And I think
I need a tempest.
what happened?
And
Either
I'll have to
I
wait.
had mom
Primary
was coming
needs are
over,
here.
or we were having
take
some
it
kind
you
of
were
company
called
come
the insertion
over,
of the parasite.
and I had to get off. the
Are you
stream.
aware that after a period
abandoned me.
process,
Yes.
I did.
avoided.
Okay, so the hyenas, I got a little farther than that, but I've started over a bunch. So I've tried to play through getting different NPCs and, that kind of stuff.
Studies of the arcane are on hold.
So I'm not very far, despite my like 20 some hours worth of playtime.
For now.
I'm only like 3 hours played in.
We need help. How about we embark on the quest for a healer together? Most excellent.
Good.
How many deaths?
Besides, looks like you keep some interest.
Numbers aren't important.
Is it indeed? We'll
Like-
see.
Oh my god, that first day, like, in the Nautilus, like I hadn't even left the first level yet. And I was like 5 times, something crazy.
Is it that many?
It was a lot. It was at least 3. I remember being so many that I was angry.
I didn't think it was 5. I thought 5 sounded too up there.
Like all these people talk about how buggy it is. I'm like, well, clearly that's why I died. Oh, what has ensnared me? Jesus. See, again, every time I play it, like even this time, I'm coming in from a different angle.
You'll die a bloody pauper unless you take a few risks.
Remember who these guys are.
Have you been trying to use your jump function more?
I have, because it's like 100% necessary. Okay, who is this dude? How many hit points does chick have?
Either we act now, or someone
this is
else
happening.
will pick that wreck clear
Changing our
and
projectiles
leave
here.
us nothing.
I think I vaguely remember this.
Path is interrupted. Yeah, most of the time. I see. I will say the one thing that irritates me the most are the stupid camera angles. Of all the things that irritate me.
Do they have a life of their own, or can you move them, or...
Yeah, so middle mouse button turns left and right, so it rotates. The WASD keys, like you're moving around in first persons, like literally flies you around the screen. But where you can't look up is like super frustrating.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. Okay, witch bolting. Big turn. Oh, I forgot how many people there were. I'm about to die. Of course I am. Of course I am.
How far are you from leveling?
I just leveled, so I'm actually level 2. Which you can't tell by how I'm about to die.
Talk to me.
Yeah, I hear you, judgy pants. I hear you.
Well, I'm still painting, so I'm asking because I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's... Well, I figure you were laughing because I'm gonna die again.
No. There comes a time when it's been so many times it's not funny anymore. Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, you're evil. Also, I keep forgetting that I can just go in here. Because I'm sure Tiggy here forgot. Oh, so I have to... Yeah, that's sort of a weird thing. You have to put it in their inventory, and then you can put it in their hand. But apparently not while I'm in the middle of combat. Maybe she can't use it. Why can I not equip that? Well, that's unfortunate. Nobody's about to die yet, so we're going to call it right there. Oh, he's dashing. How did he dash and hit and hurt me? What the shit is this?
I clicked over to mute. Who did what?
Oh, so I attacked these guys who are otherwise not any sort of threat to you. Because, of course I did. So do I... Hang on. Okay, we're gonna toss him. Anyway, I attacked him, and this dude dashed at me. Oh, and of course he saved. He dashed at me and then attacked me. So I guess maybe he had a bonus action or something. And Tigbert's asleep.
Is it a human or what was it?
Yeah, he's human. Well, he might be an elf, I guess.
Or elves.
Sneak attack. Like a good rogue. Can I shove? Yeah, I like that Tigbert went the hell to sleep. Like, thank you, buddy. Very helpful.
Are gnomes immune to anything?
I don't believe that gnomes are immune to anything.
Are
Critical.
elves still immune to sleep?
That's a really good question that I do not know the answer to for sure.
I like how I'm thinking of these questions while I'm painting and do not have a book next to me.
Well, aren't you? Oh my god. Did he just stand up to die? I believe he did, sir. I believe he did. Alright, so... What? Okay, I used her last first level spell. Of course I did. Because that's how I'm rolling. You know, absolute absurdity. I did mention that I just, like, arbitrarily attacked these guys like I ain't got no sense.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, okay. Well, I thought I'd be different this time and, like, try to kill him. Clearly, that's a terrible idea.
You thought you'd murder a hobo it up?
Yeah, pretty much. I've already lost, like, 2 party members. 0 chance of success on this one.
I am appreciative that you guys are not murder hobos in my games.
Well... Yeah, I really try to get everybody to be murder hobos, and apparently nobody wants to be a murder hobo anymore. Which, you know, who doesn't want to be a murder hobo?
I feel like at least one of you would like to do that, but kind of successfully, or you're successful at getting them to refrain from doing that.
Yeah. Well, you know, people are worth more alive than dead, apparently. All right, 5. So what does it do? So, okay, that's a guaranteed kill. Oh, nice. Oh my God, 2 birds with 1 gnome. Holy cow! Did you just catch that?
Yes, I caught that.
That's right. Magic missile, which in the real world of real world. Which in the real world of Dungeons and Dragons, while it is certainly an adequate spell, it is not a good spell, I don't think. Here suddenly. Kings of the universe, buddy. Bonus action, we're gonna heal. We're going to D8 or D10. I'm so dead. Like there's 0 chance of surviving. Especially if I'm doing 2 damage at a time. Great.
You have no healing potions?
I think I have like 1, but I really need to like bring these guys back to life, and she's out of spells. So
On my feet.
screw me. He's like a revivify. Oh, he's not dead, technically. Right. Is this one of those times I can... So, did you catch the fact that you can interact with the environment sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of nice. Where'd that chick go? Oh, she's like way the hell up there. she's going to attack me. So we're just going to try to shoot her. And I did 9. Oh my god, I almost killed her. But horseshoes and hand grenades, I feel like. Alright, hide behind a pole. Oh, good.
Sorry on who's completely down.
Gale. Gale's completely gone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm out of combat.
Where do I go from here?
You have 2 wizards in your party right now?
Yes, because Gale, this dude, is also a wizard. Oh man. Okay, so the big question is,
Let's end this.
does anybody have a healing potion? That is the question. Gale, yes. Split, and we're gonna split it. Split. Okay, everybody got a healing potion. All right. So she is going to throw a healing potion at Starian. Starian? That's right. That's a thing. But that's her action of all stupid nonsense. So the question is, at 1 hit point and 16, that dude's going to be trouble. Do I try to fight? Or do I go ahead and try to run?
So just randomly tossing something is an action, not like a bonus action?
Yeah, so, yeah, no, tossing stuff is an action. Oh, he's out of actions because he stood up. All right. How many people can hide behind this pole?
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
That is what she asked.
Why is he not having action? It's a bunch of bullshit. Get a chug of potion because that's a thing. Critical flip and miss. Okay. So I can sleep this dude because I have the ability. Dude. Oh, that's happening. Okay, I don't know if you caught what's happening right now, but that's right. I'm gonna win this fight, by God.
I really am gonna have to come play this at your house, aren't I?
Yeah, probably. Well, listen, okay, so I've been like scouring the world for a way that I could figure out how to get another to get a computer that'll run it. Okay, if I get advantage on him, and Astarion can make it to him, it would only last 2 rounds. Anyway, I was trying to figure out if I could figure out a way to upgrade my old computer to run it, which it turns out I cannot. Then I was like, ooh, maybe my Surface will run it. And obviously the answer is why would it not be?
So Lisa actually asked that last night. I mentioned to her something about getting a new computer, and she said, "Why don't we get a Surface?" Obviously, somebody has a Surface here, and I said, "I don't think that's gonna play the game."
Yeah, it will definitely not play this one. I definitely checked that last night. This dude. Okay. Yeah, it won't quite play it. It's just graphics card. Processors, I think, okay, but not a graphics card. Bastard. So also arrows, because of his dex, do minimum 4 damage if they hit. Yes. Haha, suck it. Now we're going to short rest. Everybody get some hit points. Holy cow.
I'm assuming you've released the rock into the hole down below before.
Let's have a look.
What?
The stone. It's a little circular area in that square part between the stairways.
Are you talking about like the big gaping hole in the middle of the map?
Oh, is it a hole?
I believe so, yes.
Again, the monitor is small at the moment, so.
And that's what she said.
Anyway, have you knocked out the rope to make that hit the bottom there before?
I have not. And now that you mention it, I feel a bit silly for not thinking about that earlier. Okay. This is outstanding. I cannot believe I just killed those guys.
Well, at least I don't feel stupid for asking now.
This one? Oh, son of a...
Simple enough. There's something underneath here.
Wait, what do you think I'm supposed to do? Oh, this rope. Oh. Oh, are you joking me? Okay, hold on. Save. Oh, you know what else I need? Can I change?
Is that blood?
Okay, the big question.
Never
Can I
mind.
change my character name? I'm going to go with a no.
Oh, that sucks.
Huh. One moment, please, while I consult the magical oracle.
You don't have to call me that.
Yes, you are my magical oracle.
Well, you know, sometimes.
Oh. We believe so, maybe. Oh, no, I don't think so. Let's see. Background. No. Reactions. Character features. Mid-game. I guess that's the big question.
You'll get to Baldur's Gate and you can run into the store and they can ask, would you like to change your name? We can bequeath you a new name. Announce it to the realm.
Oh, yeah. So we all start off as Tav, apparently. And God almighty, that's irritating. Okay. You realize now I'm going to have to, like, go make another character at some point. How sad is that? Okay. Sorry. Back on to business. We're going to go loot the bodies. Oh, so here's a weird thing, which really surprised me. So, you know, in the meta Baldur's Gate verse, I think, okay, first thing, in this situation, you've killed 4 random people or whatever, right? What is the next thing you do other than heal?
Ask that again?
In a game, if you like just now, I killed a bunch of random people, right? I probably shouldn't have killed them, but that's here to there. What is the next thing you do when playing Dungeons and Dragons? The very next thing you do after you make sure you're healed.
Loot them.
You loot the bodies, right? What's the first thing Joe does when he's playing D&D? He loots the bodies. That's a trick question. Do you know the one thing he did not do when he played Baldur's Gate with me?
He didn't heal.
No. He didn't loot the bodies. Like, what? What is this craziness?
What?
That's right. That's right. A person who plays Dungeons and Damn Dragons did not loot the bodies. What if can I jump down there? Like, do you know how handy it would be if I could look down the damn hole?
Well, see, my question was going to be, if there was an enemy there, you could hit it, and I would assume you would kill the character then. or the enemy, or would it, no matter what, the enemy and then go through the stone? It's gonna be my question.
Yeah, I absolutely would have killed somebody. Yes. Had I noticed or thought of that, did you see somebody else do that? Or did you just notice it?
Well, I have, but it's been so long that I saw it when you had scrolled up to look at the enemies. But half the time, somebody's not under that, so you're not going to be able to hit them anyway.
Oh my god. Okay. So this is a great example. So I've killed Gimblebach, right? And his other friends. And my choices are, I killed your friends. I'm here for you. Yeah, it's me. Let me in. Or, hey, Gimblebach triggered a trap. He needs help. So, and it tells you which skills you have and what your score would be. So we're going to go with performance. And I'm a gnome, so I'm a natural performer. A giggity.
Oh, yes. So I've heard.
That's right. Are you freaking kidding me? Ugh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, wait. Inspiration. Yeah. See, so like, how does this play out?
You sound a bit shaken, boss. Hang on while I find the key.
Oh, that's right. What are we doing? That's right. We're saving the damn game. Because you saved the game. That's just what you do. If no one takes away anything from this session with me, is that you save the freaking game all the time.
Do it.
Oh, and this chode. Okay, now I'm gonna do this because the target's too far away. Assuming I can't move to hit. Okay. Okay, seriously. So there's a bug. Look how far I am. I'm 6 feet away. 6 feet away at best.
His foot's literally in your circle.
Circle. Okay, so this is sort of a bitch that I'm blocked in, so he can't go anywhere else. Oh, this dude's surprised. Does that mean... No. Oh, it means I got a free round of combat, I guess, which is, something. Bugaboo. No, we're doing it because I don't want to get savagely murdered by this dude. Flourish! Oh, I got a crit on a flourish of all stupid ass things. Okay, so we still got 9 hit points. I have no spells. And... well, we're gonna hit him with a broadside of something. 6.
The dice giveth, and the dice taketh away.
Yeah, I feel like they really just take it away. Well, hey, kitty.
You're telling me that?
Oh, I believe Starla, one of my cat. I believe Starla, one of my cats, has come to annoy me while I play. I mean, love on me. That's clearly what I mean.
Completely forgot that you had cats.
Oh yeah. We don't take them out of the house because heaven help us if we did. Okay, so now I have a key. Where are you going, Gale? What the hell's this dude doing? You know what? I don't believe I've ever been in here before. Because I've never savagely murder hoboed those guys. That's the door I came in. Okay.
Were those merchants?
No.
It's been a long day.
No.
I'll need to rest soon.
Oh, I made it to a long rest. That's right. Savagely murder hoboed a random party of people. Also, this is kind of a funky function. So when you rest, you go to this campsite, right? and you like have little fireside chats with your party members and all that nonsense. But it's really weird because you go to like some extra dimensional plane or
Go
something.
to hell.
Ugh. And-
That was originally not like that,
Nothing.
oh, really?
I'm just poorly making a point. Go to
but
hell.
I'm not remembering how it
Everyday
was.
expression. So
before they
trivial
patched
it's
it.
almost meaningless.
Interesting.
But we've seen hell.
I've been skipping most of these
It's
cutscenes
real.
because I've been through them, but I have not gone
It
through
isn't
this
trivial.
before.
Devils, dragons.
I just like
mind
the-
Gnome
flayers.
has huge
It used to be
ears.
abstract.
Yeah, they really
Pictures on a
pointedly
piece of
make
paper.
sure you know that they are
What a
not
difference a day
humans.
makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract.
Also, Gale may look kind of badass. I don't know that he is yet. And brooding will give you
Ballet
will
of Flames
do nothing.
invites reflection. But you're right. Let's be up with the lark. Find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
Did get Tigbert's hair down.
Yeah, that's certainly one of the ways I would
Seems
have
a
portrayed
nice
it.
talk.
You strike me as the reliable sort.
Oh, good. I'm reliable
Are you
because I just
sure this
murder
is a good
hoboed
idea?
an entire group of people.
Outside threats, perhaps. Each
I
outlet
sense a
of
sinister
consciousness
meaning
inside
to
is growth.
outside threats.
We need to find a healer. Let's wake up at first light.
Also, fun fact, she's like, we need to
Maybe
find
we'll
a
get
healer.
lucky.
And she's a
We're
cleric.
overdue some good
Well, not a very
fortune.
good one, apparently.
Rest well.
She's
We'll need
not
our
like me.
strength.
That's right. She is not like you, B. Not.
Although, I wasn't a life cleric, I was a war cleric, so I don't know if I'm.
Sure. It's still, well, okay, maybe. But she only has one healing spell, and I think that's heal wounds, or like it's not outstanding. Okay, we're healed up. We've long rested.
Press ahead.
I've had a couple people pop on for a minute or so.
No more prayers.
If anybody joins in,
Only dust.
free to
and
comment on
silence.
what we could do better. But I
Who
think
are
we're
those prayers for?
delightful.
Normally the patron god is Orpheus. Not here.
Ancient, indecipherable text
Oh.
covers the plaque.
Stack of books. I like that you have to interact with and loot the pile of books.
So, fun fact. I am occasionally anywhere between 10 and 20 seconds behind,
Are you really?
and I don't know why.
Oh. The video is?
Yeah.
What's in here?
That makes sense because the feed is like 20 seconds behind.
Okay. Well, it didn't seem like that initially, is why I'm slightly confused.
Maybe it's because I was going that slowly.
No such thing as coincidences.
Look, I got supply packs, crafts of wine, craft of water, all kinds of good stuff. Again, the fact that they did as good of a job as they did of making it like quasi-realistic, it's definitely not like the D&D games of yore. Which, by the way, is a great opportunity to point out that you can get all of the Baldur's Gate games for like $30. No, I'm sorry. You can get all of the Dungeons and Dragons games for like $35 on Steam right now.
Can you?
All of them. Yep. And now, mind you, they're terrible by modern standards. But nonetheless, there they are. Oh, real cheese. Ooh, sausage. You know I'm fond of sausage.
You gotta have that sausage.
Knives. Okay, so what are my choices? This is taken. Okay, so I can go through here. Oh, that's far away. Maybe the lever opens the door. I somehow doubt that. Huh.
While I have been painting off and on,
Oh.
when you are not streaming, I have occasionally been watching somebody play through Icewind Dale 2.
Have you now?
I played the first one. The first one, it's You can get it on Switch. Comes with Planescape, I think.
Oh, okay.
I used to have Icewind Dale 2. I think I still do, but it's like my computer will not play it for me.
Okay.
Was my favorite game of like the Baldur's Gate series or Icewind Dale, whatever. I get 10 episodes in, and the guy doing it keeps losing, can't do anything. Is getting completely slaughtered by what he's running into in the tundra.
Yeah.
And it's the enhanced version. So I'm assuming it's something they did. I don't know. And he's like, and it keeps crashing when I try to record. Like, that blows. I switched over to somebody else. And now you can have 6 people in your party.
Okay.
The new person has 1 person in his party. And all that experience beats the crap out of me as to how he's doing it even while I'm watching it.
That's funny.
Has 1 level of paladin, and I think currently has 12 levels of wizard. It blows my mind.
Wow.
It's a halfling. It looks like a rogue, but it's not. You know, I just told you what all of it, what the levels were.
Yeah.
And still go in and out of shadows, and I'm like, how are you doing this? I don't. But it is fun watching.
Funny. So, okay, if you didn't catch the beginning of that fight, old Smarty Pants over here cast a magic missile on a big oil barrel and caught all these guys on fire. Well, I killed one. Right, there she is, dead. But I was actually aiming for this guy originally and somehow hit the person behind him. So now all of us are on fire. And what spell did I take away, B? What spell did I not take with me?
It's always, you just have to be off a millimeter. You screw yourself.
Yep. Like, it's my own fault.
A gust of wind or water or something.
Oh, you know what it was? Same thing. I cast sleep, except it only affects so many hit points, and it had too much of a radius at the time.
Oh.
Okay, so we're all on fire. That's exciting.
At least one's sleeping.
At least one is sleeping. So I've got him sleeping. Also should not win this fight remotely. Okay, that dude's got 4 hit points. Can magic missile reach? No. Yes. Okay. So, we got magic missile. Magic missile. Which I still argue, that's the second time magic missile has killed 2 people. That is absurd.
It does make more sense to me that you can multi-select magic missile, not just, oh, they all go to one person.
Well, yeah, so, in D&D you can too.
I thought they changed that. Or am I thinking of Scorching Ray?
Yeah, so, neither. You just have to choose them all at the same time. Like, you can't be like, I would like to try one magic missile. And then it hits or misses, and then, you try another magic missile. Yes, of course I did. Wouldn't be so bad, except you didn't quite have the movement to get out of the damn way.
Darkness, protect me.
Take you.
But I'm healed, so there's the thing. Let's see if my roguey arrow. Nope. Jeez.
I do like her armor.
whose armor?
Shadowheart.
Yeah, I do too. Okay. Look, I'm leaving her out in the open because that's the kind of guy I am today. Oh my god! What a great idea. She walked by, used a shove action, and then bada bing, a bada boom. Woke him up.
Also, I don't think you were told this, but you suggested Troy's the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa got something there 3 days in a row.
Did she really?
You really did.
I told you, contrary to popular belief, you can find fantastic food or Philly cheese sandwiches not in Philadelphia.
I am surprised by that. I still would like to try the real thing.
Yeah. So we took a trip down to up to Philadelphia. Oh, save failed. She feels threatened. Oh, that's what that does. Okay. We took a trip to Philadelphia once, and down he goes almost. Anyway, we went to Philadelphia once, and we got we actually ended up getting Philly cheesesteaks like in 2 or 3 places because why not? And they were good. They were not as good as I would have expected. Oh, I found our other viewer. Hello, Eric. Yes, where is my stop, drop, and roll button? It turns out I don't have one because I have 0 ability to put out fires at the moment. But I am going to run over to this damn corner. We are going to short rest. Whew. Okay. Yeah, they weren't that. They were good. They were not like legendary, I'll say, but good. Troy's though. Troy's in Radford, Virginia. Oh, so good. All right, next good question.
Fairlawn.
Radford, Fairlawn. We're going to call that the same thing. Next big question. Did it take the finish off of your coffee table at any point in time?
It did not, because I did not let it touch the table. But Elisa might have let it touch the car seat. So I will have to get back to you on this.
That's so funny. Yeah, like, so my wife Jess and I, we got that Troy's. We had, we lived in Radford for like years at that point, and we never got it. And we went over there and got Troy's. We got it home. We set it on the coffee table while we did stuff around the house for a second. And we came back, and there's like a white spot on the coffee table where it, like, the finish had softened. It was like, uh-oh, this is not good. Also, B, I'd like to add, I've never done this part of the game before.
Are you trying to get some tips?
No, not at all. I am just super excited that, dude, I'm just excited to see something new in the first couple hours worth of gameplay.
But if you didn't die so much, you'd probably get a bit farther.
Listen, okay, it is a proven fact. I die a lot in this stupid game.
Hi, Eric.
But I still like it. He says hello. I guess you can. I'm assuming you can read the chat, so I probably don't have to read it.
He says hola. He didn't say hello. Well, I guess he said hello in Spanish.
In the Espanol. Let's see. Ooh, I hear you shaking out a brush. That's a good sign.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's good.
Sorry you heard my brush tinkling.
I don't want to hear your tinkler, buddy. Dear heavens. What have I gotten into?
Almost finished their bases.
Almost, huh? Wait, you haven't even based them yet?
No, I usually base them less. I don't do what a lot of people do when they put sand and stuff on it and then paint it.
Oh yeah.
Cursed.
So I've base coated the
How does it-
base, which looks like dirt for these three.
How does it open?
Oh, gotcha.
And then I just put a wash on. Now I'll dry brush it, and then I will use some of the army painter. What is that called? I don't know. It kind of looks like some kind of dirt, and I think it blends in well with the colors that I chose
Oh, gotcha.
to make it look like the ground. And then I'll throw a tuft or two on it, and then call it done.
Nice. Oh, wait. Bases, not you just finished basing them. Ha!
Yeah, no.
Like not base coating. Oh, well. All right then. Also, there's a door, and it says no lock, no handle. How do you open it? Well, thank you for that. So many books. So now I have to figure out some sort of trappy situation. Wait a minute. This looks awfully familiar. I may have been here before. Although I don't think I had to fight my way in last time.
Go
You
ahead.
came in the back way last time?
That's what she said.
Eric, did you finally make it to where you were driving to?
I don't know if he's watching. My guess is, and I could be wrong, my guess is that he has his phone sitting somewhere, like letting it play. Which, you know, win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that was actually one of the reasons I asked.
Like,
But at least, we're not asking if Jess has, somebody else's phone and is talking on it,
That might
That's
be
right.
worth a look.
texting on it.
wait, what did he, oh, that might be, oh, look, a lever.
What was that?
Huh, what was that? I feel like I've just unleashed a kraken or something. Okay. The books, while they are probably valuable in some aspect, are not worth my time.
Well, that sounds like a page out of Resident Evil's playbook.
Yes. I think you might be right. So many books, but I mean, I guess I could collect them all like damn Pokemon or something.
Yeah, but you don't have a lot of time. You're turning into a squid face.
That's right. There's one point where like I did 2 or 3 long rests, like kind of in a row, and everybody around me is like, I don't think this is a good idea. I'm like, nah, it'll be fine. It's fine.
I'm just fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Literally nothing to see here. I like that tiny little gnome man lit that candle from 4 feet away. Because he does have cantrips
Well,
for that.
He does have the arms for it.
You know what spell he could use? Prestidigitation. Oh, no. I have been here. I definitely do not recall fighting all those people to get here. Nor do I remember ever getting through a fight so rapidly.
Charmed, I'm sure.
That, my friends, is skill.
Did you just get experience from getting into a room?
No, I just didn't notice that he hadn't leveled. Oh, Eric says he is about 20 minutes away, so that's not too bad.
Heck, you should have been there like 6 hours ago. We're ashamed of you.
Yeah. Fun story. Neither one of them leaves remotely on time, so let's just start there. Okay.
What time did they leave?
I want to say like 11 maybe. He might
Oh, my
correct me.
Lord.
Yeah, he might correct me on that. Stop for lunch. Stop to let Beans play. If anybody's listening at home, remember, Beans, my greatest dog ever.
Not a
Hashtag.
magical fruit. It's a dog.
He is not the magical fruit. He is a dog. Okay, so B, spells. I feel like I should take Tasha's Hideous Laughter because it is just so good. And I might take off Ray of Sickness and put in Magic Missile because that's been the best spell I've had so far. as my spells I got this level.
How long does Tasha City's Laughter go for again?
It is 10 turns. But it gets a saving throw every round. So, you know. Let's see. Choices. I think I'm taking off Grease, although I have had good luck catching things on fire. Tasha's and Magic Missile, Sleep, Witch Bolt, and Fog Cloud. I feel pretty good with those.
It's left to last a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
No mage armor?
No mage armor because I don't want to get hit anyway. So that's actually a good point. I'm really bad at using the tactical spells like that. Although I did use Sleep and Tasha's in combination with killing off everything else. Also, Sleep only lasts 2 turns, which, you know, taking the biggest guy out of a fight at this point is not a bad plan. I had Thunder Wave, but again, if my wizard's getting close enough to use Thunder Wave, I already have problems. But, oh man, that's tough. Hang on. But if they get close enough, is a good last-ditch effort to hurt them and push them away.
I feel like I would get irritated with how sleep works.
Yeah, and so the biggest limitation here is that, you know, it's 24 hit points, right? But it's being able to, because it's a sphere, right? Yeah, I think it's a 6-meter sphere. So you have to, like, position it correctly to get who you want and not just who it accepts. So that sort of makes it a little tricky. But I think...
What is the pink pot-looking thing?
This one?
On the end.
Oh, Fog Cloud, yeah. Heavy fog. Yeah, it obscures, which, again, is something I probably should use. But I think I'm going with Tasha's, Magic Missile, Sleep, Witch Bolt, and Fog Cloud. So, yeah, we'll give that a shot.
That sounds okay.
Yeah. Now, what I do see now, a little bit of metagaming, because I've already been here once, I think. I don't know, they all kind of look the same now. I was in some crypt, and there are definitely traps, and the game definitely uses your passive perception in order to find and detect traps and stuff. So, but relying on that is a bit tricky. I still have the habit of picking up every single thing I ever find, which is just going to get me in trouble one day.
This whole place reeks of...
I end up throwing away a whole lot of stuff. Hey, for anybody joining, hello. Welcome to the party. We're just playing through some what are we playing? Oh my god, I almost said Diablo. We're playing through some Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh.
Don't judge.
Oh, can't do that.
Just started new character as a wizard. We're going to see how this goes. Although I feel like I'm going to die again. Dying seems to be what I do. This is the room. So, questions. So if we go as Styrian, my question is
just so the new people know, yes, you read starting a wizard Tigbert, but he forgot to name his character Tigbert, so it's Tab.
Thank you for that. Okay. It's Tav. It's short for Tigbert. It's his middle name. Tigbert, Tav, Tolbert. Trolbert? Trolbert. I think it's Tolbert.
Togler.
Togler. Oh my god, I don't even remember my own character's name.
Tigbert Trogler, I think.
He's the artist formerly known as Trogler. So we're going to go ahead, and I wonder if there is a way... I really need to figure out if there is a way to detect traps. Because I know... Listen, so this is a little bit of metagaming. I know that there are traps in this room somewhere, but I don't know... Oh, it is. Attack of opportunity, and no. Yes. Clearly, I remembered to save it before I walked into a room of certain doom.
Oh, you know.
Okay.
Always.
So, that being said, now that I know I've saved it, let me show you what this room does. This is the most obnoxious thing.
Trap.
Ooh, look, gas pits. See? Old Tav here. Oh, wizard boy. See these? Let's see if we can disarm them. Now, I've not tried to disarm them before, so if I disarm them, I might not die in a ball of... Well, clearly I'm going to die in a ball of fury. Shock and awe. So I wonder if that means that...
Well, hello.
No disarm toolkit. Well, that's flipping great. However, we're going to level up our rogue. He now gets cunning action dash and cunning action disengage. And there's no other choices. So that's a thing. All right. So if we are Tav, aka Tigbert. Okay, B, you want to watch like a flaming death?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Okay. So first off, there's a grease trap. Wait for me to stand up. Then we're going to walk over. We're going to get the 2 magic weapons out of the room. So now we're back in turn-based mode. Ask me why.
Something go boom.
I mean, that's a theory. Why did he not jump? Oh, I think it's because he slipped or something. That's kind of crazy. Okay. So, we're going to open it. Take all, which we did. Now it's the end of his turn. I'm absolutely going to die. I made it through here once, but I don't feel like that's going to happen twice. Okay.
Did it let you jump from the grease?
No, it did not. He just like sort of slipped into the floor.
And again.
Yeah, judge all you want.
Let's go.
Wait for it. And no, okay. Can he dash? Yes, I believe I can dash. Okay, he saved his dex save. There it is.
Tigbert looks as though he is releasing some gas.
Oh, they're all dead. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I feel like it's possible you see very quickly how I did not manage to make it through.
Oh, you know, bada bing, bada boom.
Oh my god. Of all people, the wizard made it through. And I actually clicked the wrong space, so now he's not going to. Do I have potions? I'm greatly assuming that I cannot steal potions from other people, but apparently that's a thing.
You mean from your own party members?
Yeah, well, look at that. Oh, yeah, and I can't get out the door. Oh, that's great. We're going to call that, and we're going to go load. The first time I went through that room, it like absolutely just beat me to pieces. And I didn't know it was coming because I hadn't found traps before. Oh, it was bad. Well, Eric, I'm glad to see that you guys are either there now or almost there, so that's exciting.
It'll be 10 minutes now.
Okay, so here's the question. I know where the traps are. Perception failed. Oh, it tells you that there's a perception roll. Okay.
A trap. This place is more dangerous than I thought.
Okay, we're all gonna huddle up in this corner.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
We're going to break party mode.
Whatever it takes.
Right? We're gonna choose Asterion,
Used to this.
who is the rogue. We're gonna accept his level. Can he disarm it? Needs a 10. He's got what? Plus 7. So yes. Oh man. Okay, so you're almost done with your bases. What else are you painting tonight?
A quick rummage.
Oh no, that's it. I'm still waiting to dry brush.
One step at
Looks
a
a little bit
time.
wet. He said, and then I need to put some metallic on some of the. It's not a boot. Some like shin guard thing.
Oh.
And there's something kind of wrapped around one of their or a couple of their knees, and I really do not know what they are. So I've been putting off what I've decided to paint them.
Gotcha.
So I guess I'm just gonna paint them as some kind of regular cloth.
Fair enough. Listen, I will say, especially on the bigger models where there's enough detail to like really paint. Dude, your models look fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I actually genuinely believe that you are limited only by the quality of models that the Dungeons and Dragons people pump out.
Well, that's very nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am slightly irritated that his kids. I don't know what is going on with Wood's kids at the moment with their unpainted line. Oh, something's coming out. Oh no, it's not. Oh, yes, it is. No, it's not.
Yes, no, yes, no. Where'd the skeleton come from? I don't remember seeing that before.
Did it get blown to smithereens?
Maybe, but like I said, I don't remember seeing a body in here in the first place. So here's a great question. So if every time I end a turn, hellish fiery fury comes out, right? And I know the gas pits, if I would have... Okay, so I think my theory is if I would have gone around and was able to disarm all of the gas traps, the room wouldn't be on fire. So theoretically, I could, one by one,
Time to waste.
track where these stupid fireballs go, theoretically stand right... Where'd it go? Theoretically stand right here and not die.
Careful. I'm biased.
Theoretically. Although, that looks like it's blown up a lot more than what I remember it doing previously.
Let's move.
Okay, we're gonna risk it. We are going to move to here. Did I overshoot it?
Away from Waterdeep.
Well, not sure about overshoot. Oh, yes I do. So, I don't know how to get back across that room because I also don't know the way to open this daggone door. Because I believe this is the, on the beach, this is the door that you're trying to open.
This is the one. You sure?
Yeah. So like when you one of the paths you run into, one of the choice passes that you run into somebody trying to get into this door. So yeah, I definitely know that. Okay, and I've made it out that door. I just don't remember how to open the door. Also, they have made it, and now you got to go hang out with the parents. His German is good. Das ist gut.
What is that?
Well, he said he must go social mit die Eltern. So is basically, he's got to go socialize with the parents. Or the elders, I guess is specifically what that might mean. Where's my perception roll, by God?
Be careful.
there are traps about.
Stupid question. Have you tried jumping onto the sarcophagus?
I have not, but I don't believe you can.
I was thinking you probably couldn't.
That's the one I was hoping for. A 1. This is how we die. Okay. Yeah, I'm cheating a little bit. I'm trying to find a way around this trap. Just only for edification purposes. Because while I would like the key. Oh, you know what? You know, I think it just occurred to me that. Oh, let me think. When did the fire start? So the grease comes very early, trap-wise, right? But I'm going to rush over here. I have a theory.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
All I know is I didn't start the fire.
That's right.
It was always burning since the world's been turning. So I don't know.
Oh my God. Look at that. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I've disarmed the trap. Now, the grease is still going to catch me at some point. Maybe. But since I disarmed that, there's no more... Yeah, the grease comes from those. So there's no more fire hazard on the ground, right? So when I open the sarcophagus, I will suddenly have a problem. But until then, I do not. And inside the sarcophagus is a key, and I bet you that key opens the stupid door.
Don't mind if I do.
Side note, how do you keep rolling so low?
You know, have you met me?
Yes. That's not your usual thing. I mean, it is in this game, but...
Yeah. I'm going to blame it on digital dice.
We'll say, the dice that Lisa ordered me the other day that I picked out because I thought they looked good, those did me a world of good last night, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad they did for somebody.
Usually yours are, like, top notch. Oh, Lord. Jason's rolling. He's gonna succeed. Oh, well, he didn't tonight. What the heck happened?
Engraved key. Did I find anything that was locked that I couldn't get into?
Is that the door that you said goes to the beach?
It is, but I opened the sarcophagus, I got the key, and now locked. Very much locked. I can't...
Well, what else does the key open?
Oh, we can lockpick it. Oh. No flipping way. Okay, so who's got lockpick tools? Aha, thieves' tools. We're going to give to the... I know this is a stretch. To the thieves.
Well, you know it's an idea.
So we're going to pass on him, pass on her. Fiery death behind us. I definitely think this game is meant to be played in a much slower fashion than I'm trying to do.
You gotta kill the goblins first. You gotta get some levels.
Yeah. The goblins are still kind of a long way away. Okay.
With pleasure.
It's a 15, but I have a +7. Boom.
Have you enjoyed pushing goblins off of rooftops?
I did. Yeah, no, I do, for sure. I've got 7 thieves' tools. I failed with a 1, by the way. +7 is 8. Still a god-awful roll. Second roll, I roll a 12 with a +7. I believe we've picked the door with using an inspiration point.
Do your thieves' tools break after success?
Yeah, they're disposable.
So they break no matter whether or not you failed or succeeded.
Correct.
That sounds kind of stupid.
Let's get going.
Can't afford to stay idle.
My turn. Oh, good. So apparently I'm locked in turn mode with the inside of a building. So that's exciting. I wonder how long it'll keep me in turn-based mode.
May it please, Mistra.
Steven, I'm back on the beach.
Watch your back.
Fiery death inside. Now it's my turn.
Over there.
Are you close enough to the purple icon there to where you can go to it and go somewhere else? Oh, well, you're moving now, so.
Let's see here.
You're still in turn-based mode.
Oh, look at you, fancy.
What's that?
I haven't discovered the other glyphs. But yeah, I absolutely could have done so. But I can't do that in combat is the problem.
No time to rest.
Technically I'm in combat because I'm still in combat with that stupid room, which is dumb. That is a glitch I hope they fix. So I'm hoping,
You try going back in and then going back out?
I think it's still going to lock me into the same thing. I have not tried that, however. I'm hoping if I get far enough away. See, fiery death.
Onward
I'm hoping if I get far enough away, it'll make me leave combat.
Can't remember how that goes.
So I know if you were far enough away from things in general, you are no longer in combat. But I don't exactly know how that system works.
Very well.
Well, I was thinking you were still, you would still have to end turn-based mode, even if you were far enough away.
Jesus. Thanks, buddy.
I might be wrong. I don't know.
No, I hit the button and now I'm out of combat. Thank you.
You serious? I'm still behind, so.
Oh, yeah. So, no, that 100% worked. Excellent. Thank you, B. What would I do without you?
Well, you know, I mean, I try not to be derpy all the time, just sometimes.
Dude, listen, you're so much better at this than I am.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you're better at that than Joe.
Look at that. Oh, excellent work, Beatrice. B.
Poor guy forgot to loot the bodies.
Dude, that is so funny. Like, of all the things, I'm like, wait, come back. Loot the bodies. He was, in fact, not.
Must have been here a while.
Bodies. Oh, okay.
Have you picked up any barrels yet?
I have picked them up before. I haven't picked them up on this route because I'm a wizard. Also, I'm in this little valley, and my camera's stuck, right? Like, which is sometimes a glitch because you can get stuck. I got it unstuck, but all you have to do is center on your character by double-clicking, and boom, there you are. Now, we're going to get into one of those moments where we have some choices to be made, B.
Zoru was right.
Well, that's
toad,
dangerous.
Twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes,
Cutscene.
how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips
The
don't
cutscene
move,
break.
yet you hear
Yeah.
her voice.
You again. Get rid of them.
Okay. Now,
What are you gonna do?
one time I attacked the tieflings and killed them. One time I attacked her and killed her.
Did you?
I really... Oh, it does. 1d20 plus 1 from charisma, plus 1 from charisma. Ooh. Let's try to persuade them into running away because we can take care of it. Yeah!
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
I think I would like that armor better if it had maybe sapphires in it. Granted, she's a Githyanki. It needs to be red.
You didn't
Yeah,
say
you know.
Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Just my personal aesthetics.
That's certainly understanding. In need of healing. Where's this camp? Charisma. I think it's a nice throwback that they put the D20s in there to roll in between
Northwest.
scenes, you know?
Look for Ned.
Definitely not a necessity.
She can mend it.
But that is definitely
Be
just like
careful.
trying to
There are
work the
goblin
game,
traps
the board game
everywhere.
into it.
Nymessa, come.
I did both
Enough gawking.
both sides
Get
of this.
me down.
I think I prefer it with it in it.
Yeah, me too.
But I think they might I might be misremembering this, but I think they
Never.
might put it in the settings where you can take that off. I'm not sure. Hide it
Observe.
instead of being able to see it.
Get me
You just
down.
automatically
Hear
go through
goblins
and.
before you see them.
As you say.
Well, that's unfortunate. The tieflings all split up in different directions. Well, how am I going to savagely murder them now?
Well, you could not savagely murder.
I feel like you and I are just not even the same person anymore. Oh, I don't see a way to
back
get...
to the camp.
What's that?
Do you know if they go back to the camp?
I assume they do. I don't remember. One of them was headed down here to these damn ruins. Now I can't get her down.
Enough dawdling. Get me down.
I know how you can get her down.
Stand down.
So Reapers, instead of Tieflings, I think they call their things minis Hellborn. And
Oh, good.
in their new Kickstarter, there's like 6 of them, or I think $14. I think they're all like character Hellborn heroes. I think they all have. I want to say they all have cloven hooves, unless some of them have what kind of looks like shoes on, so you can't tell.
Yeah.
They don't look bad.
Yeah, Reaper's one of those companies. Like, I think they used to be like the super off brand, but I think they do really good stuff now. They've been around for like 20 years.
People went nuts for their Bones 5 Kickstarter, and I gotta admit, I wish I had been able to get on that, but that was before I knew anything about Kickstarters.
Okay. I feel like that is a plot glitch if I've ever seen one.
Why?
Well, you'll see momentarily.
She saved though.
Is
Although-
she? No?
Oh, well, I'm at the point where it looks like she's saved. So
I just want her stuff. What do I get?
just want her stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, she's got a scroll of Revivify. Well, that's convenient.
You know what that means, right?
What do you think that means?
I think that is another way of saying respect my authority.
Choose destination. Boom. And I revivified her. I feel like I have redeemed myself. Well, hello. That is an interesting turn of events. Well,
Careless with your weapon.
that's
Let
gross.
us
Okay.
hope the tadpole has not scrambled all your senses. And the longer we wait, the more it
Get that.
consumes. My people
That's
possess the
hilarious.
Infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
I feel like I should email somebody about that
Kindness
glitch.
is weakness. Don't let
Yeah,
it
you're
take
supposed to.
advantage.
Oh, am I really? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think they actually want people to email them about glitches they run into so they can work on them.
How am I supposed to? I am gonna try to change that to. Well, that did not work. Well,
If only I could have a body like that. I mean, except for it being a masculine body, not a feminine one.
Githyanki protocol is clear. When
so many
infected
questions
with
just
Kappa,
arose.
We must report to Augustus.
I'm just saying something.
purification.
Okay. Oh man. Okay.
You are full up. Dismiss.
You
your
must dismiss your
weakest
weakest warrior. Well, I don't want her anyway.
tell
Very well.
her you are the
But
weakest link.
heed my words.
Bye.
The horned ones mentioned
Like, girl, you ain't even got no armor on.
This Zoru has seen Githyanki.
Well, I probably can't say much. I think I just said winkest, not link,
I must
weakest. So.
interrogate this Zoru. Our very
Perhaps.
lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me
At your
waiting.
camp. Seems very threatening. Okay, so make sure I have this straight. So I scared off the tieflings, or convinced them I'm good. I then murdered her because I couldn't speak to her from 20 feet away. And then I revivified her after stealing all of her stuff, and she's still pretty much okay with me. Huh.
You know how those Githyanki are. They're not right. Ever since the Mind Flayers messed with them all those centuries ago.
That's right. The Githyanki Mind Flayer quarrel of 2022 or something.
Or millennia ago. I don't really
Another
remember.
broken trap. Who made these things?
Millennia, days, whatever.
I am very
hear shouting
glad
up
that
ahead.
nobody has decided to
should check
play
it out,
a character
but be
as a Githzeri or Githyanki, because that would be absolutely miserable of me to have to paint.
Yeah. Yeah. Holy cow.
I better not have given you an idea either.
Again. Oh, damn it. I forgot to save. Oh, autosave. Yay. Okay, we're going to go back. We're going to... Okay, so because I'm cheating and I metagaming and I know what's coming, we're going to the top of this hill. That's where we're fighting from.
Open the bloody gate!
Have you got Will in your party before?
Don't think so? Is that Will?
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
Yeah, I
What's going on?
Goblins
well,
are
like
on
I said,
sale.
all their
Open the
backstories are like,
gates
okay,
and
this
fall down.
person can
Let
definitely
goblins here. Where is the
be bad.
druid? Please, there's no
Obviously,
time.
I think he can be bad, but I think he has. I'm guessing he has some very good redemption arc going on in the full game.
Nine hells.
Oh,
Open
gotcha.
the gates.
I don't want to spoil it for you. What class he is? So
Thanks. Yeah. No spoilers. First 3 hours of gameplay that I've played through like 15 times. Oh, you can spoil that.
No.
Well, no. There's, because every time I play through, there's something slightly different.
Gate. Form a line.
no, you've not really died horribly yet either.
I technically died, but I died in the ship, and I know that as long as you make it to the helm, you resurrect or whatever.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
No, yeah, that's fair. And I went through some pretty harrowing situations, if I'm honest.
Yeah, there was a few times when I thought you weren't getting out of there.
See, now I've got combat a little better down. I can't say completely, but can I flourish him? Yes, I can. Well, no, I can't.
I will give in.
All right, so 7 is attacking him. Bugbears, wargs, goblin bosses. Now, logic dictates that I go ahead and try to... Oh, I'm out of spells. Oh, son of a biscuit. I really meant to rest or something. God bless it. Okay. Again, I'm not good at this game, apparently. Anyway, common logic would say I should try to kill as many people as possible so that I don't have 1,500 attacks coming toward me. But I've never been one for logic. No.
Well,
Gale.
not necessarily. You tend to be more along the logic lines than some of the people at our table sometimes.
Well, yeah, I don't know that that's out of lack of ability. I think it's just, I've done this a couple of times.
Yeah, but you gotta guide them. You gotta guide some of them, and then you have to periodically tell them, you need to loot the bodies.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm finding that so hilarious, but I am.
Dude, it baffled my mind. We were playing Diablo, and listen, I love Joe. I do. I'm giving him a hard time, but we were playing Diablo, and he would not stop touching bodies, right? Like, giggity. He wouldn't stop looting things and chests. And I'm like, come on, let's just go level. And he's like, no. And he touched everything. And here he's like walking past dead bodies and chests. And I'm like, what is happening?
Completely polar opposite.
Yeah, it's really strange.
That is totally weird.
Well, you get caught up in the interface and stuff, and it's, I try not to. I try not to get bogged in those details. So, do I have? I also noticed that the first couple of times I played through, you find a lot of magical arrows, and I do not give people enough magical arrows, and I kind of feel bad.
Well, currently I think the only ranged weapon I have is some javelins and hand axes. It did not give me an option of whether I wanted to start out with a kind of bow or crossbow.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, let's see.
And granted, I'm a barbarian. I'm not the smartest, but I thought I'd be smart enough to be able to use a bow.
You would think so, but you'd be wrong. Oh, yeah, okay. Killing things left and right. Although, admittedly, I think this is my first playthrough without any sort of, like, real melee combat situation. So, like, everybody's ranged attacks. Because I think I've played through a barbarian, like, 2 or 3 times, because I like having a tank, it turns out. Who rallied? Oh, there's Will. Oh, I see.
I can't get over the fact that I seem to be a cleric person.
Yeah, you're very much obsessed with it, which, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong.
I think one of the things is that nobody else will be one, and it's like, you kind of need somebody to help keep you alive, and nobody wants to do that. And in the 3-5 when I'm running now, that would probably be a good thing to do.
Yeah. Well, we're not always the smartest party of people, and we all have our own individual minds and thoughts. And we really just want to go bash skulls in, apparently. Critical miss. Of course.
Wants to be a rogue.
I think I try to switch it up. I try to be like a hand-to-hander one day. I definitely don't play clerics very well.
You switched it up. You chose fighter and ranger.
Yeah. I got a wizard, I got a barbarian, and a ranger. Yeah. Which is still fighter, but it's a ranged fighter, so I feel like that counts as something. I did not realize Ray of Frost would freeze the ground, and I knocked over old boy Aridin.
It's good though.
Yeah,
I feel like I've not grown into my paladin either.
Yeah.
I do like Molly Hey.
You like Molly Hey?
I like that I can help take damage from hits.
Yeah, paladins are good. I played a couple of those back in the day. It's good because you're still a hand-to-hand fighter, but yet at the same time, you too cast spells.
Yeah, and if you're rolling very poorly, cast a spell.
I guess. Yeah, I think a lot of people don't like to use the supportive role, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just not, it's not graceful. Or I guess it's graceful. It's just not very, very awesome. No, not all inspiring. Boom! Miss.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't mind that. Just thinking that we're a group, so it doesn't need to be me making a decision. I can offer my input, and if we don't do something, we don't do something. Although, I am very put out that we did not go and try to give a certain group or a certain village leader our medal in your game, and just fudged off to, you know, somewhere else, because I don't know when the world is supposed to end, when that, what do you call that? The, premonition that was given.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go to this village that's 50 miles away. No, I'd kind of like to go back and tell them we got what they needed.
Nah, why would we do that?
I don't know.
Step
That's
one.
the only time where I have been irritated about what we did.
Oh, yeah, speak up, man. Just give them what for.
Hey, if they don't want to do it, they don't have to do it.
I think sometimes they just don't think about it. They're just like, people tend to like just rush ahead and just go for the big pot. But sometimes you got to accumulate stuff on the way, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I want my gold and I want my loot, but I don't know what this timetable is. I don't know if this means it's going to happen this week or if it's going to happen in a month, but
That's right. You just don't know.
Gonna find out the hard way.
Yes. The hard way is never the good way, it turns out.
No, it's not. It can be fun, but fun doesn't mean good.
Right. Shuffle around some inventory because apparently I've picked up every bow and arrow in existence. And every
What kind of
longsword.
magical bows were you talking about that they give you?
Magical arrows. They give you magical, like, fire arrows, poison arrows, like, all of it. A lot of them. Let's see. We're spreading out some loot to the other party members. There
Not really
is.
talking about giving out arrows either.
Yeah, see, it's like, well, why would you give out arrows? Because they're temporary, but what better magic weapon or magic item to give out than something they can only use once? Yeah. All right, sufficiently spread. Ooh, gauntlets of power. Are you kidding?
Is that a regular thing that they drop?
Not by that name for sure. Gloves of power, I would sort of assume would give you strength, but I guess that's gloves of strength. That's a pretty good weapon though. It's a creature with a weapon attack, which, by the way, I think just means melee. But could be wrong. It also could be a bow, I guess. What else to get? Nothing great, but you know, honestly, still pretty good stuff.
I always thought it was pronounced melee until I heard somebody say it that was somebody other than me, so.
Yeah, I think I definitely pronounced it melee, but melee I think sounds better in retrospect. All right, I think I've sufficiently looted all of these
One
guys.
crisis after another.
Ooh. I have been an absolute terror in these fights, man.
It's a good thing you're getting to a merchant.
No kidding. Well, so there's a loot stuff management system. Like if I right click it, for example, I can add it to my wares, which actually I need to figure out what that does. But you can also send it to camp, and I think it shows up in the chest at camp. But, you know, why would I want to leave that stuff at camp?
You know how you figured that out?
I think Evan told me, or you did, one or the other.
It was me. I told you that.
Aha! Yeah. Sending it to camp. What a novel concept.
And you were like, what?
We was running for
And
our
little
lives.
cutscene time.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too. Unbelievable!
I'm so enamored with these bugbears. Reaper's bugbears put WizKids bugbears to shame. Now, that is D&D's fault for making them lanky in 5th edition. So it's not WizKids' fault. They're going by the pictures. So
that's right. Okay, so speaking of creatures being slightly different than you recall, I cannot stress enough how much different gnolls look in this game than I expect them to look, according to the books and things. 'Cause they look absolutely terrifying in here.
Yeah.
You're right.
I can never figure out what they're trying to do with gnolls
Worried about your
anymore.
precious hides. The both of you.
Yeah,
Enough.
I think they are how I kind of envisioned bugbears looking.
Goblins have found us. At least we agree on that.
Bugbears seem kind of scrawny in this one too, don't they?
Have I encountered a bugbear? Well, that's a good question.
Time to pack. We need to leave.
That I might be wrong because I was thinking there was a bugbear in the last group.
All right. Well, B, I have made it to the druid camp. I feel like I've sufficiently gone through the first 3 hours of gameplay. Yet again, 2.5.
That was
Not too bad.
close.
So I might call the game quits. Chat while you're painting.
That was helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad it was helpful. It was certainly entertaining, I think. At least to us.
And you didn't die a bunch of times?
That's right. I feel like there's success in not dying for the first time, I think, in any playthrough I've ever had. So, yeah.
Although there is an issue in that Tigbert is not Tigbert.
Perhaps I should have stayed.
Yeah. I feel like I need to put a disclaimer in that now. But at any rate, saving the game. We're going to call Baldur's Gate done for the evening. I feel like I've been playing for 6 days. I've been through so many fights. Holy cow.
Well, it was fun, so it didn't feel like 6 days.
Yeah, thanks for joining me.
Grave to dig.
Hopefully, if anybody watches this stream, God forbid they have made it this far, they should hit like. They should subscribe if they want to see more of this or more regular Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And of course, leave a comment. Tell us what we can do differently. Tell me who is funnier, me or B. It's probably going to be B, no doubt.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I'm signing off.
Time to pack. We need to leave.
Have a good day.
Adios.